Pushpa 2 flower nahi hai. You might have a few problems with the film. It's not a pitch perfect script. Is it better than Pushpa 1? Has Allu Arjun been able to capture that magic again? Are fans going hysterical in the theater? Is Rashmika and Allu Arjun's chemistry as good as it was in the first part? Let me tell you that Pushpa 2 is pure fire. Yes, it is not flower, but it is pure fire. And if you had even an iota of doubt in your mind, let me assure you that you are going to have a paisa vasool experience in theaters while watching Pushpa 2. So I can tell you this, that the action scenes in Pushpa 2 are one of the major reasons why the film has worked. The action scenes have taken the film to another level. There are multiple action scenes right from the onset, right from the very first half, and then obviously towards the climax that will keep you hooked. And what is interesting is the fact that none of the action scenes seem repetitive. There are a few slow-mo shots here and there, but most of the action scenes feel very, very organic. That's my number one reason, that the action scenes are absolute stellar. The number two has to be Pushparaj, the man himself, Allu Arjun. I mean, what is it that this guy can't do? He definitely must have had so much pressure on him to make a follow-up to such a huge film, right? But from his body language to the way he walks, to the subtle pauses that he takes, to the emotional track, the emotional storyline that we see between him and his wife, between him and his mother, between him and his entire gang, the reason why he is Pushpa, the reason why people worship the land that he walks, he has brought such subtle textures into his character that make Pushpa so much more lovable. We loved him in the first part, but this time around we get to love him even more. And it's a complex character. You somehow question the choices that he's made. He's not grey. Sometimes he's really black. Sometimes he's grey, and he's definitely not all white. So that is a very interesting part in Pushpa 2. The fact that Allu Arjun has been able to create a character that is so interesting. And for me, number three, the major reason why Pushpa 2 has worked so well is the fact that it knows what its audience wants. It has a pulse on its audience. It has a pulse on the fact that what are fans coming in theaters to watch from this film? What is it that I can offer differently? What is it that I can do differently? How will this film stand out from my first film? I felt that all the parts sort of fit in. It's almost like a well-oiled machine. Pushpa 2 does feel like a very well-oiled machine that is running. It has got its nuts and bolts. It has got the correct background music. It has got a correct ensemble of character actors. It has got that masala, that oomph, that sizzle that you need. You might have a few problems with the film. It's not a pitch perfect script. It's not a pitch perfect film. But come on, you're not going there to nitpick, right? You're not going there with a magnifying glass and saying, oh, how could that happen and how could this happen? This is a mass action masala film. It promises it delivers what it's out set to promise. And I think that's why Pushpa 2 worked for me. Do not have any doubt in your mind. If you have watched the first part, you're anyways going to buy a ticket. And if you've not watched the first part, even if you watch this on its own, it still is very, very, very entertaining. So Pushpa 2, flower nahi hai, fire.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.